Why worry about the rift? It's not supposed to gobble up Arcadia for years, and I'm sure something else will kill you way before then.
All right. Well, we're back. Only took a reboot later, which I wasn't able to reboot. I had to hard shut it down because, well, I couldn't see anything. But that's okay because the reboot doesn't work anyway. It gets stuck in a weird loop. So, had to hard shut it down and hard boot. There we go. Well, we're back. I can see all my monitors. I did notice that the encoder overloaded momentarily in OBS when I did push in a key. So I'm thinking that I need to generate my shaders and get to the opening screen before I do anything with OBS. Like, don't even have OBS open. Because obviously, even with my newer graphics card and all that stuff, it pushes a lot. It puts a lot of strain on the graphics card, on the encoding. So, all right. Well, we're back. So let's jump to where we left off. I wonder if I can change my encoder preset. Hold on. Change it to fast. Apply. Okay. We'll see how it goes. Okay, let's take a look at our journal. So we have to speak to Vigilant Horgoth in Westport. Oh yeah, this is Milver Street's quest. Liz thinks Dr. Ethel Tinsley may have an idea on how to fix her failing graph. Travel to Ethel's lab, located in a barn on the outskirts of Fairfield, to discuss options. Well, let's do that. Hi, Miss Denise. I am doing well, other than my computer having a little conniption fit there when I first started streaming. But that, and I only have one more day of work and then a 3-day weekend, so I'm really stoked about that. How are you?
Hello again. Was there something you... Oh, Inez! You look, well, like you could use an ice bath and a cup of newly formulated trip teas. Has something happened?
Something has, all right. I ended my contract effective immediately. Now I'm free to prove myself to everyone in Auntie's Choice. My way.
Well, that's wonderful news. Or is it? I admit I'm still trying to work through what contracts mean hereabouts. But you do appear to be pleased, so I shall be pleased for you.
Oh, that sucks.
Ah, that is not common knowledge in this town. But since Inez appears to trust you, I suppose I can do the same. Before I began my new illustrious career working with our tame, scarily friends here, I was a researcher in the Enhanced Soldier Division. Oh, I was on the verge of breakthrough when they shut us down. Oh, when I think of the lives I could have reached. But in my current role, I do try to help where I can.
Where my own first aid training can't reach, Doc's got me covered. The graft knocked me on my ass for weeks when I first got it. But she nursed me back to health.
Would if I could have done more.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Denise. I wouldn't touch the anniversary edition with a 20-foot pole. A stolen 20-foot pole, at that. Bethesda can go screw themselves with their anniversary edition. I don't even want the HD upgrade from 18 months ago. I don't want any of it because they still haven't fixed that problem. From 2 years ago, they haven't fixed that shit. The anniversary made it worse. So, no. Bethesda can take a flying leap. And the creation, ugh, forget about it. $20 for a bunch of skins? No thanks. Oh, you can do more now.
Right. I have a lead, Inez. I've identified 2 viable beasts on this island that you may be compatible with, though it may not be easy to acquire the suitable specimens. The first candidate is the skeleton crabble. It has a rare form of albinism and was last spotted on the western coast by Protectorate scientists, who unfortunately went missing. I happened upon an old report of theirs along with a code used to operate their machinery. If their fate is what I suspect, the code may be of use to you.
I heard rumors of the creature myself. Our skeleton sounds a good bit larger than the average crabble. Meaner and smarter, too.
Yes, one of the 3 things is Fallout's version of Skyrim's horse armor. It's disgusting. And the second candidate?
The second candidate is a Raptidon matriarch, the only one of her kind on the island as I understand it. She was last spotted in the crags near the Vox Relay.
Deep in Protectorate territory. This matriarch sure ain't making it easy for us. She'll be more aggressive and more cunning than her smaller kin.
Any ideas on how to kill this matriarch?
When you breach the matriarch's lair, you must rouse her from hibernation. I found pheromones to be quite effective. Inez, I'm certain you know a formula that may suffice.
That I do.
Excellent. It'll be a rather unpleasant wake-up call for the matriarch, so she'll be upon you in moments. I suggest your armaments be at the ready. Then the grafting part is yours.
Kill the creatures, chop off the parts. Seems straightforward enough.
Yes, though I would recommend a careful surgical removal of the specimens, please. Now, when you acquire one or both of these parts, return here straight away, and we can begin surgery. Matriarch, Law guide you both out there.
Let's go hunt, Inez. All right. So we'll get both of these. That way we can choose, right? We can see what benefits she gets. All right, Denise. All right. So let's go check out since this one's on this side of the island, the region way down here. So we'll jump to this crabbing tower, I guess, and see if we can't make our way south from there. That's certainly the closest fast travel point. Ooh, that's nice.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
See those burrows? The skeleton's nearby. And if it's as nearby as I think, it don't bode well for those scientists. Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And that must be the machinery Doc mentioned. Over here, Commander. Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Crabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
Hey, what am I supposed to do? Just stand around and look pretty?
Well, if the commander's keen to share, you can press the button too. Wouldn't want you feeling left out.
Ow. Getting my ass kicked. God. Welcome back. I'm dead. Yeah, I was gonna, it's funny you brought that up. I was gonna talk about the anniversary edition tonight during the stream.
Well, you hate to be proven right. These folk have been dead a while. And then
Seeing Zeb again went different than I expected. Not that I had high hopes for tears and confetti, but damn. That's appreciated, Commander. Maybe I ought to apologize straight away. But I'm not convinced I did the wrong thing, leaving. Had I stayed, who knows? Likely I'd have gotten us both killed. That's fair. Might have left him a note or something. I was just worried I'd lose my nerve, but you have a point. Wasn't right of me to just up and split. Anyway, I appreciate the check-in, Commander. Was there anything else you needed? Sure.
Yes.
Always happy to tool around for a bit.
More
What'd you have
shotgun
in mind?
shells. It's understandable. I get it. And one more. There we go. 138 rounds.
Huh. Seems this terminal reroutes power to speakers around the cave. They were using sound to lure the Crabbles out. Let's see here. Generator's back on. Power up that phonotron, would you? Should cause enough ruckus to make the skeleton come out and play.
Hey, what am I supposed to do? Just stand around and look pretty?
Well, if the commander's keen to share, you can press the button too. Wouldn't want you feeling left out.
Take the heat off you, Commander. Just say appreciate a little help, Commander.
Almost got it. Don't let up. End this fight on my feet. Liquidate 'em.
Whew. Much better. Oh shit. Ow! Shit!
That phonotron was effective. Now we just need the specimen. Mind the pincers. They can be a little feisty even after death.
Yeah, you figure I bought the game and essentially the season pass, all of the DLCs for PC for less than $20.
Nice work. Mind bringing it over here so I can take a gander?
And they would want me to pay $60 for that now.
Muscular reticulation's still intact. Cartilaginous integrity mostly sound. A good clean cut. And the pincer's still sharp. Yeah, this'll do just fine. Shame about all the scientists, though. Was hoping this wouldn't be too steep a price. Yeah, this phonotron had been programmed to imitate a crabble's calls during mating season. Quite effectively grabs their attention, but it also, has them raring for a fight. If you're sending out a formal invitation for trouble, you best be prepared to receive it. Anyway, don't ask me how I know about crabble mating behaviors.
Yeah, but mine was almost 10 years ago when I bought it.
If you still got some hunting you, that Raptidon matriarch's on the loose. Her den's not far from the Vox Relay up north. Elsewise, we head back to Fairfield and speak to Doc Tinsley. North it is. After you.
The report contains an abundance of scientific jargon the average intrepid wanderer just wouldn't understand. And I have no points in science. No jargon for me. Recover crafting. Let's do that. All right. I just feel sorry for all those people that had any mods installed and finally got them working after the next gen update because it's been 18 months. And then the anniversary edition, they're like, oh yeah, I'll do that too. And then all their shit broke again. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not getting anything for killing all these eggs, so. I think say, I think we got everything, but then I find someone else. All right. All right, let's go talk to Vigilant Hogarth.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
I hear correctly that you brought us automech parts? Why, thank you kindly, outsider. No, friend.
The matriarch chose Eden because she recognized it as the perfect ecosystem. The native flora and fauna, the pleasant atmosphere, and rich natural resources.
Outsider? You have your orders. The Vox relay awaits. Do remember what I asked of you.
Marvel where, if each of us does our part, produces glorious bounty for all.
Nobody needs go anywhere. Not when we can still save Westport. We of the Protectorate endure as one, regardless of any hardships we must face. It'd have to be catastrophically obvious this place was doomed, and incontrovertibly beyond my means to save it, before I'd even consider such a recourse.
What do you imagine your subjects think about your chances here?
When I look outside, I see people who are hardy and resilient, who trust the paradigm, who understand prosperity will return with time and group effort. I have the aid of key pillars of our community, several persons of note and good character who stand with and by me, and our town still functions. Our automechs are still running, mostly. We have a generator to power them, fresh water, the reassuring voice of everyone's neighbor Prudence wafts from our loudspeakers. But I know you've got more to do than listen to me natter on about the state of Westport. The Vox relay's your main concern now. Farewell now. Under Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreant locality.
All right, so let's go talk to Purpleberry Crunch Dude.
Our enemies envy our prosperity.
Ah, the Outlander I spoke with before. What brings you back around?
Look, I know you're secretly a loyal customer of Auntie's Choice.
Why, that's wonderful. I'm actually quite relieved a fellow customer like yourself somehow saw through my carefully maintained act. Others in Westport fail to perceive my true nature. I am hardly one of the herd around here. A reference you'll no doubt recognize from those keen Auntie's Choice commercials.
Depletion of resources and lack of community led to
Of course, the advertisements for a Purpleberry Crunch are especially stirring.
Ha! The same ones I immoderately reference. You likely guessed their influence right off, what with my assertive attitude and all. I laugh at danger. I hand make my own luck. That character is a revelation. You and I are just like him. Get up and go-getters. Say, did Auntie's Choice send you here? Don't fret. I am exceedingly skilled at keeping secrets.
I'm deeply involved in all manner of clandestine efforts.
How I've waited to hear those words. Anything I might help with at present?
I met with Minister Milverstreet, the director of those advertisements you adore.
Really? What was he like? Bold, assertive, with a wildly obstreperous theatrical air?
Naturally, he wants you to come work for him and help sway others to move to Fairfield.
An audacious proposal. Yet this place, despite its recent humidity, remains comfortable and familiar.
Did I mention the signing bonus is a case of Purpleberry Crunch?
The pleasant atmosphere and rich natural resources represent a
With a full case, I might gorge upon such sweet goodness morning, noon, and night. All right, hand it over. Oh, but what would vigilant Hogarth say? What would everyone say? I can scarcely imagine it. Abandoning my community only to satisfy my gastronomical urges and risk-taking attitude. No, I couldn't leave unless Hogarth ordered everyone to go.
even the most robust ecosystem.
I can be fairly persuasive. I'll talk to him.
Righto. Well, you seem rather confident. Best of luck, I suppose. You are surely going to need it. Please inform me when, of course, you receive it.
I could use your opinion. Who else would you consider important?
As a recent convertee to Auntie's Choice, I'd be honored to share my maverick individualist perspective. Well, I can tell you someone who thinks he's important. Pinckney. Ever since he became interim chief mechanist, he's been crying day and night about that generator. If anything happens to that thing, I worry for his mind.
All right.
Of course. Toodaloo.
Daydreaming on the job?
Blue.
Refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect. Go now.
Sabotage the generator. Got it.
Protectorate law, we are bound to inform you that you have entered a recreational locality. Record states as follows. All inhabitants are declared treasonous.
Haven't found that card.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Everyone knows the paradigm epitomizes the pinnacle of social order. Why? Because the matriarch herself designed it, and the sovereign embodies and executes on it. Throughout history, human societies were constantly out of balance. Individualism ran rampant. Depletion of resources and lack of community led to terrible suffering. Poor dears didn't have the firm, benevolent hand of the sovereign to guide them.
Permanently overwrite protectorate broadcasting.
With a special one-time free offer for all Protectorate subjects.
That doesn't sound like a sanctioned communique.
The announcer's voice is so smooth, mellifluous, persuasive.
Mellifluous.
Your assignment at birth? It's true. No computronic doodads, no permanent roles, just good old-fashioned
Advertisements help Auntie's folks straighten out their minds. Is it their version of our mental refreshment?
No, that feels like some kind of punishment. In fact, it feels like Auntie hates me.
personal freedom pervades every aspect of life in Auntie's Choice. Choice is in the name for a reason, my good
The
subject.
wireless said that flooding Westport is routine maintenance to remove the dust that had been building up in our door frames.
To join us in Fairfield.
All right, let's go find that Pinckney guy. Maybe he has the key on him.
Trust the plan.
I think he's the one at the front gate.
Certainly, a session of mental refreshment will help purge the non-paradigm thoughts.
Remember, Auntie knows best.
Salutations, Arcadia. Auntie Cleo.
These new official announcements sure are confusing.
Subjects listening in. I'm afraid you've been fed a lot of... about all of us at Auntie's Choice. Your so-called superiors would have you believe we're unscrupulous interlopers intent on stealing the very bread off your plate. Tut-tut! No!
See?
Nothing could be farther from the truth. Listen to your auntie. They offer you direction, meaning, purpose. We say that...
Exciting news! The Vigilance sent that outsider to collect automech parts for us.
We say you're just part of the herd. At Auntie's Choice, we respect the individual. We're providers,
Oh, a lot of damn good it does me inside. Oh, I probably could have got in through that hole. Damn it. This appears to be the only working power source for the protectorate settlement of Westport. This generator were to be damaged. It's unlikely that locals here would be able to continue powering the remaining population of automechs. So we're going to use the portable galvanic subverter. You successfully sabotaged the generator, providing power to Westport's automechs. This does not bode well for the settlement's long-term prospects. All right, what else we got? So we got the water supply, we got the generator, and we got the loudspeaker. So we got all three of them. So that's done. What's this optional? Persuading enough of Westport's key subjects to defect to Fairfield might convince Hogarth to let his people move. All right.
With the pep and pertinacity you need to succeed. Are you a get-up-and-go-getter? Auntie's Choice is the proud...
I certainly don't want to sound like I'm questioning the paradigm, but why would the paradigm shut down all the automechs?
You're not questioning the paradigm. Sounds remarkably like questioning the paradigm. It's time for
That didn't sound like prudence at all. Got something on my mind. Did you hear that message over the loudspeakers? About choosing your chosen profession? That Milver Street fellow said in Fairfield you can, if I understood correctly, opt for any job you show proficiency. Could that truly be true? Or is it a base falsity foisted by Auntie's Choice to, you know, undermine Protectorate subjects' unflagging resolve?
Let's see. That's true pretty much anywhere outside the Protectorate, actually. In Auntie's Choice, you can have any job someone wants to hire you for. Huh.
Oh, and they hire you too. You're not simply assigned a role, but you, I guess, need to prove competence? And maybe even expertise? What? Oh, yes. Goodbye.
An easeful release from Arcadian...
Why, you got a right serious look in your eye. What happened?
The generator's out of commission permanently.
No, that's not... That's what that sound was? It exploded. Been trying not to fret unduly after every random little kaboom around here. Didn't realize it... That's it, I'm afraid. Just a matter of time before these automechs run out of power. Then it's good night, Westport. Whatever are all of us gonna do now?
If Westport's irrecoverable, relocating everyone to Fairfield's the only option.
Nothing more I can do here, that's for sure. If it weren't for Vigilant Hogarth, I do believe I'd scupper off to... well, you know where. Yeah. You convince him, I'm in. But I owe him enough I wouldn't abandon him for nothing.
All right. Still didn't get our optional yet.
Reclamation and Artificial Additives Division has proudly announced its latest innovation, Slurrylose, a flavorsome new artificial sweetener made from the reprocessed runoff of industrial...
You're the one who found those Otomech parts, right? I really appreciate it. Thanks to you, I was able to return to Westport. The Crabbles were starting to worry me.
We believe so much in this delicious, cost-cutting measure. We're rushing it to market.
All right.
I'm very curious how the town is going to function without the generator.
Yes. Without it, we have no automechanicals. Without them, we'll have to do the work with our hands?
I'm sure this is all part of the paradigm.
You reckon individualists ever get tired just thinking about themselves?
Try not to think. It'll only make you unhappy.
You've got your alien planting corollary in my invasive species fish paste.
You're a rugged, spacefaring frontiers person type. Try it. Despite the countless...
Greetings, non-protectorate wretches. With regret, I must inform you that those outside our glorious society may not take freely from our stocks, as our subjects do. However, I may offer you a limited selection of premium items for moderate respective fees.
Rotten fruit and decomposing fish
No.
combined.
That's how you know it's working.
Nannerfish restorative elixir. Additional health benefits.
I'm just looking for some other probably named person.
My house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me everything was splendid. Now I feel much better.
Invisible wall. Oh, in here maybe.
Right now, the paradigm needs our houses underwater. Hopefully it'll need them dry again someday.
This is all going
You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping lesions. So, I assume you're presently devoid of mortiferous injuries. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle.
What the void happened here?
You haven't heard? When Antes invaded, they broke the seawall. Flooded nearly half the town below, where most of the domiciles were. A number of our subjects drowned. Others got concussed, or even crushed. A few were electrocuted or exposed to caustics. Took a while for our water purifier to catch up, so some drank tainted water, which is not good for you at all. I'm glad it's working again.
You should take these folks to Fairfield to receive proper medical care.
Oh, we've all heard about Auntie's Choice grafting labs. Only cost you an arm and a leg. Oh, so I could profit greatly from the suffering of others, could I? No, thank you. Our way is to help those in need, so that we may all succeed together. The Protectorate provides assistance and guidance. We face tough times, sure, but the paradigm charts us a way through them. Each of us has a vital part to play. If we remain resolute, we'll have harmony and luxury. And that, my friend, is the truth of the matter.
Have you actually seen the state of things outside? No, I'm going to go with this one. If the Protectorate was all you claim, they'd be supporting you right now.
The blame for all our present ills rests squarely on the machinations of Auntie's Choice and their despicable saboteurs. Our beneficent leaders are without fault. Now, I'm afraid I've little time to school you further on such matters. If you've got any medical supplies to spare, please do consider donating them.
I think there's medicine inside this kit I got from Auntie's Choice. Interested?
Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. I have enough ailments to manage already. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient
Medicaments.
or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you.
My extra parts aren't side effects. That's your implication. And anyhow, I should think some minor side effects would be preferable to dying.
All right. Not going to put my back out trying to convince you.
Well, fear I've little time for idle chatter. If you'll excuse me, others do need my attention.
I wish everyone's neighbor Prudence was my actual neighbor. Except my domicile is presently underwater.
My body is covered in burns acquired in battle during the attack. The only relief I have is when I can jump in the water and float over my former house. Is now a bad time to report myself for mental refreshment? I wouldn't want to be inconvenient.
All right, so we're not getting the doctor.
So they see the perfection of the paradigm and can't buy their way in, so they decide that assaulting us with nonsensical advertisements and endless jingles will make it happen?
I don't know that there's anyone else to talk to.
To the citizens of the Protectorate. This war has forced you into an untenable position. You have no water. You have no food. Your medical supplies dwindle as your roofs threaten to collapse atop you. And plead though you may, your sovereign is silent. This suffering cannot continue. Listen to your hearts. Come to Fairfield, bastion of the weary, and join the winning side. I shall await you with open arms.
You want freedom of choice. You want Auntie's choice. The stamen of a typical Arcadian titan flower.
We reject individualism, separately and together.
Several pounds of dander into the local atmosphere each pollination cycle. Multiply that by the dozens surrounding most settlements and many other flowering megaflora native to the colony, and you have a recipe for gunky.
All right. Let's go see if we can get this done.
People have been complaining about those ads playing. I'm an heir to all manner of hollering.
Actually, let's look over here first. Nope. Okay, drop a quick save.
That vacuous cacophony sets my teeth on edge. You have your orders. The Vox relay awaits. Do remember what I asked of you.
I hate to rain on the mood, but Westport's finished. You all need to move to Fairfield.
What utter nonsense. How can you say that? Now, when I have automech parts in hand. No, your timing is absurd. Your wit, witless. Do tend to differ. Seems to me we're persevering. Demonstrating a mixture of aplomb, grit, and tenacity even. Last I checked, our infrastructure is still plugging away, and our people are too.
It's in shambles.
Tell me what you... Excuse me, but that cacophony emanating from our loudspeakers can drive one to distraction.
Following a modicum of testing, slurrylose will soon be found in all of our food products.
Seawater and chemicals are poisoning your water supply and harming your people.
That is concerning. Perhaps somehow we could still tough things out, though, with only a modicum of suffering.
They deserve better.
Things are fine. Everyone's fine. They deserve better. Huh. They do, don't they? I've tried to tell myself it's better to die a subject of the Great Protectorate than live a life driven by freedom, but you may be right. Regardless, now that we're all traitors, they really don't need my permission, but if they want it, they shall have it. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for Fairfield, but I will be staying.
You should leave with your people.
Should I? Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay here and loyally await the judgment I richly deserve.
But you're not a loyal subject in the eyes of the Protectorate. You're a traitor. You don't seem like the type to just give up. Not when your people still require a leader.
Adherents are expected to hold firm to the end. Such is the degree of our devotion.
Well, have fun listening to those loudspeakers day after day after day by yourself. The others need you. We'll go with that.
I suppose my duty to my people remains, whether here or in Fairfield. All right. I'll go. Unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain.
Yeah, best of luck with that.
All right then. Suppose it's time to make my announcement.
Free to choose any vocation they like and change occupations at the slightest of whims. This wildly unfettered personal freedom pervades every aspect of life.
Attention, everyone. Attention. I, Vigilant Ogden Hogarth, hereby do order all subjects under my command to abandon the settlement of Westport at the earliest possible juncture. You are to depart for the township of Fairfield, safely and together. Once there, you are to appeal to local authorities for citizenship with Auntie's choice. Thereupon, you are thus and forevermore relieved of your duties as subjects of the Protectorate. This is a direct order from your Vigilant and is not to be questioned and cannot be countermanded. Now see to your preparations. I will join you shortly.
All right. All right, we got to go back and talk to Milver Street now. Oh, that whole place was looted. Yeah, nothing was marked as stolen there, so I could just loot.
Hell. I've stood this post so many times I could do it in my sleep.
Oh, now how am I going to pay off my bar tab?
How you doing tonight, Russ? Don't tell me you bought into the anniversary shenanigans. Please tell me you're still a purist. Hey, look, it's Carlton.
I am well into that case of Purpleberry Crunch you bestowed to me. Did you know Auntie's Choice have other products that are just as bad for you as well?
Are you all right?
Oh, indeed. Very much so. I no longer feel the oppressive societal weight to eat healthily bearing down upon me. Why, I've gained 10 pounds already.
All right, cool. Ooh. For whom the bridge tolls.
Of course. Toodaloo.
You've lifted my spirits right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable
Good for you,
reward
Russ.
for your considerable efforts. From the hushed grumblings of the refugees, I've gathered that you, perhaps aided Westport's departure into inhospitability. Sometimes the harshest moves are the most necessary. I've two minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts?
I think they desire a sense of purpose.
I have a second cousin in experimental product design who's been working on a supplement for just that. Though most of her prototypes result in projectile eye bleeding.
Ooh.
You've given me a great deal to think about. I am in your debt. I cannot overstate what a capital compatriot you've been, my friend. Now be off. I've many refugees to see to.
Wait a minute. You had a plan to get me into the Vox.
I believe Vigilant Hogarth mentioned he presented you with a writ of conscription that should ease your entrance. I believe that should be more than sufficient. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least. Farewell.
You still owe me.
What? But you... Oh, fie. Here are some bits for your trouble. Now, off with you.
Nice. All right. Level 8. Ooh. Okay. So here at level 8, I think because we also get our perk this level. We need to get guns at 8, sneak at 8. So I think that's what I need to focus on. So we'll do guns 6, sneak 5. Apply, accept, perks, and then we will take sharpshooter because we don't have the shotgun that I want yet. It is going to make this work better. But I do have essentially a poor man's sniper rifle. So I can focus on range for now. There we go. Okay. Taking a look at the journal. Okay, so to do Niles' quest is over the bridge. to do Inez's quest is over the bridge. Yeah, northern side of Paradise Island. Okay. So if we look at the map, I'm thinking about just going across the bridge. Now that we took sharpshooter, we get that additional sneak attack damage. Do headshots. Let's try it. Screw it.
Let me know when you need a refresh.
Can't be too far, I bet. Disarmed and ready.
Shooting up the hill doesn't help. What the fuckhead? Holy crap.
Checking it out. Beware of bushwhackers. Give them chase. Dawdling around here is ill-advised. We follow.
take a gander.
Looks like a fight. Seeking cover.
Coming up on some.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Hello? Everything all right?
Look alive, Commander.
Probably hold up somewhere.
Looks like there's 2 more enemies over in this area.
Sure as eggs.
Enemy about. I'm locked and stocked.
Time to earn my commission.
Seeking cover. Minimizing exposure. Best refill this.
They're dead. At least nobody else is going to be strung up.
All right. Anything good in here? Let's see. No. A bomb suit. All right, let's go upstairs. Alright, because nothing back here. Enemy base over the hill leaves me restless. Hear their comings and goings day in, day out. Wow, this one's rough. Ordered Cadet Osman into the breach. Priority 1, salvage any automech parts. Priority 2, return salvage. Priority 3, return alive. Poor kid didn't get far before he tripped and fell into a patch of xyranium. Couldn't climb back out. After he stopped screaming, I heard his hands and feet struggling for purchase. The last spark of his reason trying in vain to complete the mission. The others hailed Osman as a patriot. Well, I went down there myself once the worst of the xyranium had cleared up. The automech parts were tainted beyond repair, which meant Osman died for nothing. And everything. Montelli won't like it, but I'm leaving the breach open as a reminder to some and a memorial to others. Wow, that's brutal. Okay. So we have this switch to lower the bridge, which I'm assuming gets us across the gorge. I want to make sure what's over there first. And I can't. I can't see anything moving around over there. So I'm just going to have to hit the button. No one coming to see why the bridge lowered. All right. Check out the rest of this before we go gallivanting across the bridge. What the hell was that? Hey Gary, how you doing, buddy? Maybe we could saunter. Would you like to saunter instead? That was very unexpected. You are not unwell. Good to hear. Well, I'm not losing health. I think just that nook right there, there's something wrong over there. I'm not going to risk it again. All right, mouse. Quit. My new desk setup sometimes leaves things to be desired. You can go with a taunter? Nice. All right. Oh no, we got more crap over here to pick up. There. The bench is buzzing, maybe because of the big fishbowl filled with weird moving goop. Attempt to fill grenades or inspect big fishbowl. Trait dumb. Pop the top of the fishbowl and inhale deeply. It's free. Fishbowl seems to be pumping something from the barrel. Most of the fumes are contained, but what you're getting a whiff of smells pretty good. After 10 solid huffs, it becomes apparent you're inhaling xyranium. Now the bench isn't the only thing buzzing. Good job, dumbass. Another silenced repeating rifle. And of course I use this now. Damn it, Becky. Let's come in here. Break down all of our junk. There we go. lots of parts. Absolutely, Denise. All right, what else we got here? A balanced trip blade. Yeah, we won't need that, so we can scrap that. It feels bigger, and I'm still on the first. I mean, other than the actual prologue, the little training area that you literally start the game in, this is still the first planet or island or land that we're on. There has been a crap ton of side quests that, I mean, I'm like level 8 right now. And I haven't been selling a bunch of stuff. I've been breaking it down for crafting materials and stuff. But yeah, look at this. Level 8. I've got over 9,000 bits or credits, whatever you want to call them. So I'm enjoying it, that's for sure. But the story seems more focused. And like I said, we're just at the beginning of the story. We don't even know what the hell's going on at this point. I wonder... We couldn't be that lucky, huh? That this would reset on a reload. Let's try it. Let's do a hard save. We'll quit the game. Screen goes black for you guys. But now the game's loading back up again. Now I've had one game crash while generating shaders. And then I had a black screen, which is kind of like my graphics card giving out on the press any key. So just those two things.
How'd you like Fairfield? I trust the dusty streets, inescapable advertising, and high-strung citizenry live up to your expectations of an Auntie's Choice Company town?
Nope. Okay. And that thing really bit me in the ass. I guess it would make sense that they wouldn't have people like stationed necessarily over here. The bridge was up. Why would you have people over here? All right. Whole lot of nothing over here, huh? Okay. So. Do we come over here and infiltrate the Vox relay? Or do we do everything else first, right? Because Vox Relay is very much main story. So let's head this way and we'll open all this stuff up over here. Protectorate Sky Mine seems to have survived its fall back to Paradise Island. Its exterior is pitted and scarred, but its core still hums with energy. The valuable inner workings can be disassembled for valuable parts. Well, good, we get to use our brilliant trait. With precision and skill, you successfully disable the mine, the core powers down, and you're able to safely remove several valuable components. Score.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
That's kind of rude. Calhoun! Calhoun, did you get moved yet? score. There we go. I think we got everything we needed in here. Not yet, by the way. Did you know that my last episode... Yes, my last episode lasted all of about 1.5 minutes. Yeah, I had technical issues and had to literally reboot my computer. And I don't have a thumbnail made for episode 6 yet. 150 XP and more bits. We'll take it. What's this over here? Yeah, as soon as I tried getting into the game tonight, like the stream had already started, the intro was playing, and I did press any key, and when I pressed any key, all 3 monitors went black, but I could still hear the intro running. So I knew that my stream was at least still broadcasting. So when Ned finished up and it switched over, I can't imagine it was actually showing anything. So I basically said, hey, I'll be right back. I've got to restart my computer, and then I'll just start a new stream. And here we are. Ow, 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 ow. It's getting to be about break time. My hip is screaming at me. All right, so we have covered all of the exterior that we can get to at this point, I guess. Yeah, we're definitely not getting up there. So before we go inside the Sky Cutter A102, we will take a quick break. So I'll be back in just a couple minutes. I encourage you guys to get up, shake out your limbs, maybe get you a bio break and maybe a snack if that's your thing. And I'll be back in just a couple minutes. welcome back, everybody. You know, I grow more and more disappointed with Facebook every single day. While I was sitting here stretching my legs, I'm just scrolling down my feed, and here's this it's in my feed, this post, and it's not anyone I know, and they're complaining about the gas prices. Oh my God. You know, oh, it, you know, you hope that the final number doesn't ruin your night when you put your card in. Right? And it just goes on and on and on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 paragraphs bitching about the price of gas. When you look at the picture that he posted, or they posted, I don't know if it's a him, it's $63 for 12.6 gallons. Which, okay, that's pricey, right? You know why it's pricey? Dude's getting premium 93 octane for $4.49 a gallon, or $4.99 a gallon. I can't zoom in any further. I think it's $4.99. So, yeah, no shit, gas is pricey when you're pumping premium, dude. Jesus. And obviously you're in like California or something like that. If you're paying $5 for gasoline, you are definitely in one of the coastal states, because even premium here in Texas is maybe just over $3. But it's like, first off, why is this guy in, you know, why am I seeing his post at all? I don't give a crap. It's not in some group. It's just some random dude suggested for you. It's like, get off my page. Sorry. That's my old man rant. Get off my lawn. Get off my Facebook page. All right, let's do it. I don't even know what this place is. Judging by the film of dust covering this plaque, it's been years since anyone has been by to read this. Steadfast subjects of Paradise Island need rely on antiquated power generation no longer. Today marks the completion of construction of the Protectorate's newest miracle, the Sky Cutter Power Plant. Sovereign in his infinite wisdom single-handedly designed this revolutionary facility to power the whole of the island. With its elegant kineto-electric turbines, turned by not more than the unilateral winds of Eden, and the newly installed subterranean electronic transference network connecting Fairfield, Westport, and all-important Vox Relay, this facility shall no doubt stand the test of time and continue to function beyond perfectly for years to come. All right. So there's probably not anyone here. Ugh. Or maybe there is someone here. Ooh, a new flaw. Overprepared. Now this one I've actually been looking forward to. Missing only a shot or two doesn't matter. You've already reloaded. If you ever let a weapon run out of ammo, you'll deal less damage for a short time, but all your guns now hold more ammo. So you get a plus 50% magazine size. But if you ever let a magazine run empty, you do 40% less damage for 8 seconds. I will accept this flaw because I pretty much never let my clip run empty. There we go. And I got Flawed Hero, except 3 flaws. So I got the achievement.
Captain, certified that all in our midst are suited for this mission? It would be most disheartening were any of us to bear reservations.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Speak, please. No influence on my own. Your loved ones, Juan? Once a loved one of mine became a traitor, I would no longer refer to them thusly. Unless you still harbor feelings.
Enough! Your sniping discredits you both. Wardens must speak through action. Move out!
See, and then I went and let it run dry. Okay. Let's see. Protectorate, armorial ID, military identification. Okay. Sky Cutter entrance key. And a soda. Okay. What else we got over here? Mark II helmet. Workbench. Diagram of the Sky Cutter, circled in multiple places with annotations on either side. The heavy-duty container is locked with a complicated mechanism. It looks as if it was brought here recently. Oh, we can use the key that we just picked up. As you look at the ID, you notice its shape matches the mechanism's slots. Inserting it results in a resounding click. It's clear that each slot will require an associated ID. Oh, so I need to find 4 more keys. Inez has seen these before. It's Protectorate Vestige, which means none of their troops made it out alive. If we want in, we'll need to gather all their armorial IDs.
Huh. Seen these before.
Oh.
It's a Protectorate Vestige, which means none of their troops made it out alive. If we want in, we'll need to gather all their armorial IDs.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, quite a bit. And welcome to the stream. Lots of goodies there. All right, up we go. Oh, we can get rid of the poisoning. There we go. Ugh. Oh, can't get into there. Oh, it's the same. Okay.
good tale of those war-bred monstrosities, but this facility is overrun. We must pull back. Return with no less than a support battery.
Wardens do not retreat, nor take any ignoble action. I shall excuse your cowardice by way of shock. Whether we are destined to succeed or die, we shall do what is required of us. We will not falter. Marchand, make a duplicate of our field recording, in the event we don't survive.
Yeah, 3 a.m. comes way too early in the morning. I try really hard not to beat God out of bed in the morning. That is for sure. And surely if the sun isn't up, then he's not out of bed. See, I never played Avowed. The guns are kind of floaty. Trying to think of a good game comparison. The shotguns feel good though. I guess they feel about right. Because there's a noticeable difference between the shotgun and like the rifle, the repeating rifle that I'm using now. Yeah, kind of like Starfield. I would probably say very similar to other Unreal games, that's for sure. Yeah, it's definitely good enough. So much so that I'm doing a guns playthrough. I mean, I'm playing a stealth assassin, but primarily focused on a silenced shotgun that we're going to pick up later on. And the silenced sniper rifle. So guns are good enough, that's for sure. Okay, I'm not seeing another door. Oh, here we go. Ladder up. Sure thing. And there's certainly like enough diversity. Like, here, let's just really quickly. You know, these are all the different skills. And I've built my character to lock myself out of certain skills so that I got a bonus third preferred skill, which gave me 2 extra points at the beginning. And so I just, you know, it makes you kind of think. On most people's first playthrough, I don't necessarily recommend going this direction, but I'm always up for a bit of a challenge. And I had a pretty good idea of how I wanted to build my character. So I was like, okay, I definitely don't need melee skills for a sniper assassin. You know, I don't need explosive skills or medical or science or leadership, because I'm not doing a companion build. So yeah, so there's lots of ways you can maneuver yourself through this game that are all very viable. You know, you could do like a speech leadership build, have your companions be totally OP, and you kind of sit back and direct traffic. You know, or you could be like a full-on, like, well, kind of like me, like a stealth archer kind of a thing. And then you have perks, which have some perks have associated costs. Like this one, Point Blank Artist needs guns level 1. Crabble Rancher needs guns at level 2, so it needs related skills at certain levels. Like Lucky Strikes needs guns at level 20, so that's definitely more like an end game kind of a perk there. But Trophy Hunter doesn't have any prerequisite skills. And there are, well, look, 77 unavailable, 11 current favorites, and I have 4 over here, plus an additional one that I got for doing something in game. So this is like a bonus additional perk that I didn't even have to pick up. I just picked it up by playing. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of different ways you could play this game, because then you get into flaws and all kinds of other stuff. Hope all that helps.
Look alive, Commander.
Oh.
Commander, you're
Ow.
waiting.
Guns cocked and loaded. Let's get the signal.
Where'd the last one go? Oh, I guess we got him. He's over there. Nope, can't blow up those eggs. There's our way up. Oh, there's another way up. But let's finish looking around here first. Dooby-dooby-doo. Some sprat hide. I see no reason to jump over there. Oh, wait. Is that a terminal right there? Let's go look. Oh, invisible wall. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm not going to try that again. I guess we'll climb up here. Body over there. Nice. That's 3 of 5. Okay. Pitch ball card, nice. Plus 5 max health. We'll definitely take that. Okay, I think we got everything over here. Up we go. Actually, oh, it's kind of in between, isn't it? Now, how do I get there? Let's try this. Nope. Maybe we do that on the way back down? I'd rather not risk that. Nope. Yeah, it won't let me on that pylon. Oh, there we go. Woo-wee. That was worth it.
Is there any way Ames and Marchand could have... I'm sorry, LaRue. They died in the service of the Protectorate. Stop. Breathe. Then we shall press on. You surprise me. We cannot complete this mission and yet live. And should we live to see it through, your wife shall meet her end. Yet, your resolve remains unshaken. Any less would disgrace the Sovereign. Disgrace us all. Shoulder your rifle. We shall press on and see this mission to its completion. That noise doesn't sound like... Oh, blast! Hand me my rifle! My rifle!
Bummer for her. People are way too focused on the Sovereign and the Protectorate. You people are crazy.
Looks like we have a few hungry friends joining us. Keep your finger on the trigger. Steady low, Commander. Heading toward
Ow, 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 ow.
For me, thanks.
Holy cow.
I'd like to have a word with whoever's in charge of maintenance around here. Right after we deal with these rats. All that was some kind of universal test? I hope this means I passed.
Yeah, no kidding. All right, let's go up here. Well, this does a whole lot of nothing. I guess the other side doesn't do anything either, but we'll go look, make sure there's nothing else up here. Nope, nothing there. Always got to be thorough, because we're only 4 or 5 for the IDs too. So we got to find that 5th one to open that chest when we get back down. Can we go up more, maybe? Oh, we can. Look at that. Pitch ball card. We'll get our 2 more inhaler charges. See where this takes us.
Phase 1. I have suffered grievous wounds. At least one of my lungs meets the open air. The roof fell swiftly. Screamed for me to help, but if I had remained to aid her, the mission would be at its end. The mission which is now doomed regardless. I arrived here to find the controls non-functional. Since my weapon delivers magnetically contained electric charges, I inserted it into a conduit hoping it would spring to life, but the Fairfield power controls have deteriorated. I wish I could admit relief. In my heart of hearts, I wished my love to live, despite her traitorism. My darling, I am sorry. But were you here, I would use the last of my strength to slay you.
Wow.
Our feelings are not even a candle to the incandescent love of the sovereign. Our blood, my blood, for the Protectorate. Signing off.
Wow. There's 5 of 5 for the cards. These controls have seen better days. Many displays do not light properly and the labels have all but eroded. With a set of schematics, one might still be able to adjust the electricity distribution controls. This would allow a user to send a power surge to the Vox relay, potentially damaging its defenses. Yeah, there's definitely some hardcore fanaticism. Yeah, let's do that. Referencing the schematics, you configure the control panel to send a power surge to the Vox relay. The controls begin to hum ominously. All right. Looks like we've done all the damage we can do here. Might as well take that. Thunderstruck. Appears to be a unique item. Heavy attacks with this weapon will send forward a thunderous projectile to shock foes. A melee weapon that shoots projectiles. Nice. That's funny. A good heavy two-handed weapon too. Alright, so let's go back down to the ground floor now. Dum dum dee dum 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 dee dum. All right. Gimme. As you look at the ID, oh, here we go. Each ID perfectly slots into place. As you fit the last one in, a mechanism clicks and the lid slides off. My darling Alex, if you're reading this message, I have fallen in the course of duty. Please do not mourn our destiny. Over the years, my cadre have borne a spotless record of mission success, a clear sign that we were plan ordained to arrive at this point. We fulfilled our role in society as we were ordered. There is no higher honor. My compatriots and I may be gone, but you and all of our loved ones shall persist to uphold the Protectorate. Take pride that we gave our lives in service to the Sovereign and by extension all of Arcadia. My love for you expands the entire universe. Ames. We'll take the trauma kit. Decryption key. Nice, nearly 1,000 bits. That's fantastico. Break down all of our junk. I'm not seeing any duplicates off the top of my head. All right. All right, you two, let's go. Let's get out of here, you crazy kids. All right, so we got this all taken care of. Let's see if we can't head over to this little building here. That's this over here. Oh, no. No. We can't even get to the station that we were at in the intro. It's gone. It's done. Okay, basically after the intro section, right, from episode 1, we were in a coma for 10 years. We were actually trapped in an escape pod in a coma for 10 years. And then Niles, he's the only one left from our original team. He was the cadet back then. He's a full agent now. He found our escape pod and brought us back. And so we're literally the first step in going after the chick that blew up the station that we were on in the intro. Because we know that she worked in the Vox Relay thing over there. At some point, she had a house in town, worked at the Vox Relay. So she's still alive. She's who we're hunting. I don't think there's anything over there that I can do. Exactly. Oh God, no! Oh, shit. Yeah, that didn't last. That little stupid little shield is useless. Luckily, it saved right here. All right, so let's head down here so at least we can say that we, doing air quotes, explored it. But we ain't going into that fog again. Yeah, we ain't doing that. Oh well. Such is life. All right. So let's come up here. We'll go to the north. See what we got going on. And I know that you wouldn't, Gary, but I'm going to tell you now. Don't buy the anniversary edition of Fallout 4. Don't do it. Don't update. Don't do nothing. Oh, what's this? Like a little farm down there.
Invasive elements. Ready to waste them. On your command.
Hostile.
Yeah, I wouldn't even do the next gen update that they put out 2 years ago. Because all that does, especially for PC players, is increase load times. That's it. For a console player, it may be worth it, you know, because you're getting better, more detail and stuff like that. But you can already do that on PC. Probably, because most people didn't know.
Personal audio log, Sergeant Bornsworth. We've been deployed to deal with a new living weapon fielded by Anti's forces. The previous squad was unprepared for this threat and was consequently torn asunder. Command's intel could never be so lacking as to allow this to occur. So why? They were lulling Anti's choice into a false sense of security before launching counteroffensive teams. This will undoubtedly save far more lives than it cost. Another stroke of genius from Command. Praise the matriarch. Sergeant Bornsworth, signing off.
My big concern is like I like to run the unofficial patch, right? Because a lot of bug fixes in that patch. But the problem is that if that one dickhead is still running that patch, then a pre-anniversary edition or pre HD edition of the patch of that mod may not be available, which sucks. Okay, so we got that. Go check out this building here. That's this way. Tell me how I get 5 shells.
Alive, Commander.
In the 3-shot.
Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Oh, yeah. I hear you. Me personally, I would just run the mod that turns achievements back on, even if you're running mods. Which I probably did. I'm still waiting for 𝐂𝐚𝐧𝐬𝐭 to do his version 2.0 of whatever his mod was originally called. Not the Sim Settlements, but the one that he released after the original Sim Settlement. And that was going to be when Stu came back to the Commonwealth. I actually filmed that, you know, Stu talking about coming back, but then I couldn't get the old mod working with the new Sim Settlements, and so I said eventually I'll come out with the new mod. It does work with the new Sim Settlements. I've been waiting for that. Because it'll add a whole different dimension to playing the game. Because the idea is that Stu left the Commonwealth, right? You know, defeated the Institute and made, you know, the Railroad and Brotherhood shake hands, and, you know, everyone was hunky-dory except for the Institute. He leaves for 10 years, and when he comes back, all of his work has not just been undone, but there are raiders living in settlements. There are super mutants living in settlements. And so he now has to go not just reclaim settlements, but take them back from enemies. And which I thought would be a whole different dynamic to the game. And just a lot of fun, you know, because we've all put so many hours into Fallout 4. To be able to do something totally different would be really cool. All right, so I think this is all cleared out now. How's that noise? All right, Denise. Have a great night, dear. May you awaken refreshed at 3 a.m. Ugh, God. It's hard enough getting those words out of my mouth. All right, so we did that. So we can come get this matriarch. Go ahead and do that. Of course, I'll want to make more shotgun rounds. Come here, Niles.
I worry Zeb's in over his head with all of this. Good thing we showed up when we did. Sure, always happy to tool around for a bit. What did you have in mind?
I think that's enough. 210 rounds. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, so then I would use some settlements to kind of rebuild the settlement so that we weren't totally heavily focused on settlement building, but we still had all the mechanics there that we could use and play with. Yeah, it'd be a great storyline. Me too. Whew.
Hear that? It's challenging us.
Great. That's one enemy down.
Raptidons are ever malleable. Eden doesn't want them around and they don't belong here, but they sure carved out a place for themselves. I can respect that.
So how do I get there? Nope. Maybe that's on the return trip.
Keep howling. We're coming for you.
Ah, yes. See, like I said, the return trip. Or not. Come on, stick your head out again.
Matriarch's here, all right? Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? They're a sign. Matriarchs lose their appetite when they're on the verge of going into a state of torpor. She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. But I got one way to get her attention.
Oh good, I've been wondering what a Raptidon mating call sounds like.
Cute. But you're gonna keep wondering? Because that ain't my plan to lure her out. You know how Doc mentioned pheromones? Well, just so happened that I procured some Raptidon glandular extract in my travels. Should do the trick. A matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't coming out of hibernation unless she senses a threat to her authority. She hates rivals.
You'd think the sounds of gunshots and death snarls would be enough to clue her in.
Old girl's apparently a very deep sleeper. Any other questions, or are you ready to meet this matriarch? I was inquiring more about your current manner of fortitude, but I'll take it. All right, let's do this.
Looks like a fight.
No, I hit the button. I'll use my trauma kit.
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander. I hate to ask for help, but help?
Oh no! Damn it. Yeah, I mean, I was essentially done.
Let's get this thing.
Still one more alive. The hell is he? Oh, he's right here.
Looks like a fight.
Yep. Matriarch's here, all right. Let's put our heads together. See these half-eaten remains? They're a sign. She'll have retreated into hiding to conserve her energy. But I got one cute. You know how the matriarch with 3 full stomachs ain't coming out of hibernation unless ain't one who leaves anything to waste. Any hunter worth a damn. If I can't find a practical use for any other questions, or are you ready to meet this matriarch?
No, but I get the sense you'll get started anyway.
I'm eager, so sue me. Except maybe don't. I ain't got so much as 50 bits to my name. All right. Liquidate 'em!
Shit. No, God.
Looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Ow, damn it. Woo-wee. Still not done. Oh no, there we go.
Phew. We should harvest a limb from the matriarch while the body's still warm. That's the limb. Bring it here, would ya?
Okay, now let's talk to Inez.
Law, look at this part. That's twice the muscle mass of a Raptidon hunter. Undamaged nerve endings? Even the coloration's to my liking. Can't ever discount the aesthetics. You're no slouch, you know that? If we had more soldiers with your talent, we would have taken Eden months ago. You earned it. Whenever you're ready, we should head back to Fairfield. Have a word with Doc Tinsley now that I have both the skeleton and matriarch specimens. In honesty, I don't know which one I should ask Doc to patch me up with. Can't go wrong with either, but one could be the better choice. If you've got an opinion, I'm keen to hear it.
What can each graph do exactly? That's the big reason why I wanted to get both, so we could look at options.
The material we harvested from the skeleton crabble could allow me to fire off scalding shell shards. They'd pierce through armor easily, I imagine. And the part from the Raptidon matriarch should let me camouflage myself at will, like other Raps can. I'd be able to close the distance and heal you up without the enemy noticing.
So Crabble would be better for our DPS, for her, since we're not doing the medic route with her. For now, we're going to say sleep on it.
All right. But Doc Tinsley will need an answer once we meet with her. Lots to think about.
Yeah. It's nice that they didn't make us choose right then and there. All right, so let's make sure we got everything in here. I think we got all the lootables. Oh, who's this guy? Nice security lockbox, nice. Okay, so this is the way out. Pick up the pocket watch. Looks like that's the direct way out.
Huh. This drainage pipe must be coming right from the Vox relay. They're lucky the Raps ain't chewed their way through yet.
Yeah, so that's the way that we're really going to want to go. So let's come up here and kind of make sure we're not missing anything. Nope. Because this is the spot where I was wondering how we got up here earlier. All right. Definitely intense. All right. So here we're going to do our little hard save. And that's where we're going to call it a night, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh-wee. We got a lot done tonight. And we're going to attack the Vox relay next stream. That'll be next Monday. My next stream is going to be on Saturday with Phasmophobia. We got a new map to check out, Nell's Diner. So that'll be a ton of fun. And of course, hanging out with Faentur and Rob and Alhoon if he hasn't moved. And and of course, all of you guys. So yeah, thank you once again for hanging out tonight. Appreciate it as always. Thanks for hanging out in the comments. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate that as well. And until next time, you take care of yourselves out there. This is Draco Invictus saying this has been the best day in my life. See ya.